Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Julie Chrisley pushing for new judge in her case. Chrisley knows best alum, Julie Chrisley is pushing for a new judge in her case. She did not care for how the last judge treated her, so now she wants someone new. So how is she fighting for this, and what are the chances of her having success? Keep reading for more details. Julie Chrisley pushing for new judge in her case. It has been over 2 years since Todd and Julie Chrisley entered their respective prisons to serve a combined total of 19 years. Todd was sentenced to 12 years and has been in Pensacola, whereas Julie received 7 years and is serving in Kentucky. Their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, became the guardian of their 2 youngest kids. This was a big change for her, but she took it on the best that she could. At the same time, Savannah has been working to get her parents released. She even has plans to take it to President Trump for a pardon. In September 2024, Julie got a resentencing, and everyone was hopeful she would get an early release. That did not happen, and instead, she got an extra 2 years of probation. This baffled Savannah, and she could not understand why the judge would do such a thing. Julie does not want this judge anymore and feels it is time she gets someone new to hear her case. This means a new filing had to be done, and that is just what happened on Friday, March 14th, 2025. Per Julie Chrisley's attorney, they believe the sentencing she got in September was retaliatory. More so, it was due to Savannah speaking out against the treatment her parents were getting behind bars. The new filing stated this. Everything can stay the same for Julie's sentence, but the one change is she would have 5 years of supervised release. Despite what has happened to her parents, Savannah maintains she will keep speaking. Fans support Savannah's cause. As Savannah Chrisley keeps fighting for Todd and Julie Chrisley's freedom, fans are increasingly supportive of her. Of course, some feel that she is just lucky to have her parents alive and can be in contact with them. However, others love how far she is going. Julie Chrisley is no longer staying silent. The former Chrisley Knows Best star, who once graced reality TV screens with her Southern charm and ever-composed demeanor, is now taking bold legal action that could shake up her high-profile case. In a surprising but calculated move, Julie is officially pushing for a new judge to be appointed in her ongoing appeal, and those close to her say it's about more than just legal strategy. It's about reclaiming her voice. After serving over a year of her 7-year sentence at FMC Lexington, Julie's once private frustration with the system has turned into action. Julie feels she's been treated more like a cautionary tale than a citizen with rights, said a source close to the family. Now she's ready to change that narrative. A judge should be impartial, not icy. Court documents filed quietly but deliberately last week reveal that Julie's legal team is requesting the recusal of the current judge overseeing her appeals process, citing what they describe as a pattern of judicial bias. According to her motion, Julie believes the judge failed to acknowledge significant mitigating evidence and made comments that suggested a hardened stance before all facts were properly weighed. While the public doesn't have access to the full transcripts, insiders say Julie was deeply unsettled by what she perceived as a lack of objectivity. She told me, "A judge should be impartial, not icy," shared a close friend who visited her recently. Julie has been watching everything unfold from behind bars, and she's been quietly documenting moments she believes prove she never got a fair shot. Savannah steps, and Julie isn't alone in this fight. Her daughter, Savannah Chrisley, who's become the family's most vocal advocate, has been amplifying her mother's mission through her podcast Unlocked and social media. This isn't about special treatment, Savannah stated in a fiery episode. This is about equal treatment. If you can't get fairness in a courtroom, where can you get it? Savannah, who's juggled raising her younger siblings and visiting her parents in prison, says the request for a new judge is the natural next step in a battle that's far from over. She hinted that there may have been behind-the-scenes pressures influencing the original trial, possibly a desire to make an example out of the Chrisleys about tax evasion, she said. It was about headlines, about ratings, and about sending a message to the public that fame doesn't protect you. But justice isn't about teaching lessons. It's about truth. Behind bars, but not broken. Though Julie is physically confined, her spirit appears anything but. A source from the Lexington facility says she's been preparing this motion for months, spending hours in the law library, and even enrolling in legal writing classes to better understand the process. She has folders stacked with case law, notes, and legal briefs, said the insider. She's quiet, but she's focused. Her goal is clear: to walk out those gates with her dignity intact. Julie has also been mentoring younger inmates and facilitating support groups for women battling depression and family separation. But while she's built a role for herself inside, her heart is still firmly rooted outside, especially with her mother, her children, and husband Todd, who's serving time separately. Julie always says, "We don't have to stay broken just because the world wants us to be," the insider added. A divisive move. Of course, not everyone is thrilled about Julie's push for a new judge. Legal experts say that requesting a recusal is a serious move that could alienate the court and potentially slow down her appeal process. If the recusal motion is denied, it could make things more difficult going forward, said Atlanta-based defense attorney Carla Munro. Judges don't like being questioned. It's a bold, risky move. But if her team has evidence of bias, it may be her best chance. Critics have already started questioning whether this is a genuine fight for justice or simply a tactic to delay consequences. Online commenters were quick to weigh in. "She's just trying to wiggle out of her sentence," one user posted. "If she weren't a Chrisley, she wouldn't have the resources to even try this." But supporters flooded the same thread with sympathy. Let her fight. If there's bias, it should be exposed. "This system isn't perfect," one fan commented. What comes next? If Julie's request is granted, the implications could be far-reaching. A new judge could mean a fresh set of eyes on the evidence, a different tone in the courtroom, and most critically, a new potential for a sentence reduction or retrial. Sources say Julie's lawyers are preparing to file an expanded brief highlighting multiple procedural errors in her trial, including suppressed testimony and what they claim was improper financial interpretation by government experts. Meanwhile, Todd Chrisley is reportedly in talks with legal consultants as well. While he hasn't made any public moves toward requesting a new judge, insiders suggest he's monitoring Julie's strategy closely. As for Julie, she remains measured but hopeful. In a handwritten statement shared through Savannah, she said, "Justice isn't about who you are. It's about what's right. I have made mistakes. But I also have a right to be heard by someone who hasn't already decided who I am. I deserve a fair chance, and I won't stop until I get one." The Chrisley comeback. While there's still a long road ahead, one thing is certain. Julie Chrisley isn't letting the prison walls silence her. What began as a fall from grace may soon evolve into a powerful second act. And if she succeeds in getting a new judge, it could reshape the legacy of the Chrisley name. This time, not through ratings, but through resilience. With court dates looming and media interest resurging, Julie's next chapter could prove to be her most compelling yet. Whether she's in front of a new judge or walking out as a free woman, one thing is clear. She's rewriting her story one motion at a time.